Oh yes, bring on the inspiration. Now, in celebration of World Book Day, which was this past weekend, we're finding out more about the release of 16-year-old author Jess Robus, the second book, and her debut children's book called Arnold the Not Dinosaur. Now, the book focuses on childhood, family, belonging, and everything in between, and we have her on the line. Good morning, Jess. How are you doing?
Morning, I am so well, thanks, and yourself?
So good, and so excited to hear more about the incredible work you're doing. I mean, listen, this is no easy feat. You were fortunate to become a published author at an unbelievably young age. How did you discover storytelling and the story that you wanted to share in general? How did you find this passion?
Wow, well, storytelling has always been a part of my life. My parents have read to me for really as long as I can remember. And, you know, on camping trips, we'd always tell stories around the fire. And just, my parents have really, they've been so wonderful in introducing me to the value of the written word. So moving into storytelling myself was a natural progression. But when I was younger, I still am, but I was always the weird kid, and I didn't fit in very well. And I think that this story in particular, Arnold's story, was really my way of processing that feeling of being different for a reason that I didn't quite understand, but everyone else seemed to. And really just a celebration of differences in a way that was accessible to children, but still tackled those difficult topics.
Oh, I love that. And I think it's something that so many people can actually, especially kids, can relate to right now. I mean, if you're speaking about this newest book, you speak about this tale of Arnold the dinosaur, and he's grappling with all these issues of, like you mentioned, personal identity, staying true to himself. Why was this, I mean, you mentioned the importance of this. I mean, I would imagine it's to resonate with kids. Is there any other reason why this is obviously an important story to tell right now, perhaps, too?
I think that right now, we as like more grown-up people, I say this as a 16-year-old, tend to neglect discussions around identity and around belonging with little kids. Like, so often these are viewed as kind of taboo topics or too much for them to handle. When in reality, the issues of belonging and identity, they don't sort of spring into existence in adult life. They're tackled on the playground and in the classroom and even within the family unit. So I think that it's so important right now to start our kids off with this baseline of acceptance, of knowing that they're loved and valued for who they are, regardless of any differences which they may have, and that they don't have to change those differences or rub them out in order to be more accepted.
Oh, I love that, and it speaks so well into the pertinent conversation we have when it comes to mental health in general, whether it's a kid, whether it's an adult, you name it. On top of this, not only are you bringing up these incredible topics of discussion, right, but you also have something which I believe is a dyslexic-friendly font. That is incredible. That's new to me. Tell me more about this and why you even chose to take on this decision.
So actually, it was my incredible illustrator, Holly, who broached the idea of using a dyslexic-friendly font. I've got the book with me now, and I'll see if I can show it to you guys. So it looks really cool, but basically it's a font that differentiates more between the letters so that people who struggle with dyslexia have an easier time reading them, and actually, like, the letters don't get mixed up. But really, Holly and I wanted to make sure that this book was as accessible as possible so that people who struggled with dyslexia, especially kids, would be able to read it and have an easier time reading it, just so we could share the story as much as possible. And it really fit beautifully with the idea of acceptance and just accessibility that the book covers.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's kind of playing into the entire sort of narrative that you're bringing forward, where everybody's included, everybody is a part of this, even though you might feel, like you mentioned, weird, or you don't feel like you fit in. I love this concept you brought in. I want to ask you, you're someone that, young as you are, I think you still are blessed with so much wisdom beyond your years. What advice do you maybe have for other children who maybe want to also unlock their 100% and share their own stories, perhaps?
I would tell any person who wants to be a writer or a creative or just share their own stories to keep at it. There are so many important stories that go untold, and that's really, it's so sad because everybody has this beautiful, sometimes painful, but always important story that they need to share. And I think it was Mr. Rogers who said that anything that's human is mentionable and anything that is mentionable is manageable. And so if we as just as people start sharing our stories, especially as young people, we can just build this culture of kindness and understanding and empathy from the ground up. And I'd say just carry on doing it. It's so valuable.
I love it. That's like your mic drop moment right there. Absolutely love that. Jess, you've been a breath of fresh air and someone that I think is doing incredible work when it comes to just creating awareness for issues that we don't pay that much attention to, and especially when it comes to our kids and our future and allowing them to feel as special as they are and to fit in. Thank you for the work you're doing, and I really look forward to what's next. Like, I think it can only be nothing but magic.
Thank you so much. And you guys can find my book on my website, jessrobus.com. And just thank you for chatting with me.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Well, there you heard it, Mzansi, jessrobus.com if you want to get this book, if you want to get your kids in on this action. And let me tell you, this book is perfect for children aged from 0 to 7 years old, although readers of all ages can appreciate the sensitive story and beautiful illustrations. And remember to also keep an eye out on KRUSH's social media pages for more information on the Unlock Your 100% with KRUSH TV show that you can watch on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. with a repeat show every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on SABC2.
Unlock your 100% this Wednesday evening at 7:30 as we catch up with some of the incredible people we met along our journey, including aspiring baker Kagiso Moja, doctor turned florist Tinus Marais, and Jurgen McEwen, who overcame his fear of heights, and many more. Catch the season finale of Unlock Your 100% Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Repeat Sunday night at 8, only on SABC2.